When you think of Bedwars skill, three main aspects would immediately pop up in your mind: game sense, PvP, and bridging. In this video, I will teach you how to warm up and improve these skills before ever queuing into an actual game of Bedwars. Part 1. Game sense. This is a pretty tricky one to improve on without actually playing the game, but the best method I have found is to watch plenty of YouTube videos of good players playing. So, videos where they speak their thought process behind doing certain things. One person who I've seen that does this really well for solo Bedwars is Apples, so you should check his channel out. I specifically recommend watching this video where he clutches against Quinn, who's another top solo Bedwars player. His game sense is really interesting to watch, and you can definitely learn to play better by watching him. Another amazing way to improve your game sense is to look at Bedwars replays of your friends or yours. Watching these is not only entertaining, but it allows you to cherry pick the small mistakes which eventually accumulated into making or breaking your game. They could have made you lose, or have just slowed down your overall win. Watching replays allows you to adapt your playstyle and analyze what to do in critical situations where you might be sandwiched, would need to clutch, would need to avoid a fight, etc. But obviously, the best way to improve in your game sense would be to actually play the game, since game sense is best acquired by utilizing your ideas, skills, and techniques in-game. But you can definitely warm up your game sense by using the techniques I mentioned. Part 2. Bridging. Before I talk about this skill, I will highlight that I am only going to focus on speed bridging in this video, but I'm pretty sure you can apply these techniques to improve any sort of bridging. Alright, so there are various ways to improve your bridging, and I will highlight each and every one of them. I love to go to the bridging practice on Hypixel, and you can do so too by clicking on this NPC and clicking on the wool block. Here you can also practice other things such as ladder clutching, water bucket clutching, TNT and fireball jumping, but yeah, let's just focus on bridging for now. I love to do the bridging practice for hours on end, and it's just not boring. Observing my speed using the blocks per second messages also helps me improve and apply many bridging techniques to improve my speed bridge. Another thing you should do is go on Bloodless Noob server, bridger.land. This server is especially cool because it lets you practice bridging on various popular Bedwars maps such as Dreamgrove, Airshow, etc. And you can watch your replays to see where you mess up and completely optimize your maneuvering with blocks on the maps. And finally, the Void Fight 1v1 mode on bedwarspractice.club. I specifically picked this server over Minemen for bridging as the height limit on this server is pretty high, so you can learn to 2-stack, 3-stack, or even 4-stack pretty well. You can only 1-stack and maybe start 2-stacking on Minemen if you get fast enough. Part 4. Wait. Wow. Okay. Part 3. PvP. Alright, so now that you have mastered your game sense and become a bridging god, let's talk about some player versus player combat. PvP has many different aspects to it, and if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you know the basics such as hit selecting, placing blocks, and sprint resetting. And if you don't, just search up the keywords I just mentioned and practice those. In this part though, I will go over how you can warm up your aim and mechanics before queuing an actual game of Bedwars. Firstly, just for raw bridge and platform fights, I would highly recommend visiting Dewer's housing. This is a very active housing where you can take fights against other experienced players. This will help you improve your bridge fights, take control of your KB, and just get used to fighting various players with various pings in general. Next, To warm up your aim, you should log on to mindmen.club and go to the proxy which gives you the closest ping that Hypixel would give you. So for example, since I live in Asia and Hypixel is hosted in NA, I get like 200 ping on Hypixel. So from Asia, I would log on to the NA proxy on Mindmen, as that would give me 200 ping as well. Once you log on to Mindmen, you should do some boxing duels. Boxing duels will help you improve your aim, as both players in this mode have speed. The goal is to get 100 hits before the other player, so it helps you hold combos for as long as you can and improves your aim. Finally, we have block placements. Mindman has another mode which allows you to become really good at blocking your opponent's sprint. This is called Battle Rush. In this mode, your goal is to use blocks to your advantage and knock your opponent into the void. Then, you bridge to the other island as fast as possible so you can score a goal. It's actually a really good mode that will help you in many aspects of the game. While you're on Mindmen, I would also recommend giving Bedfight a shot. This is almost a replica of the Bedwars Practice Club Void Fights, but with a higher skill ceiling and a lower build limit for blocks. And finally, the best tip for last. A tip that will help you improve every single aspect of your game without queuing an actual Bedwars game. Lobby 1 ranked Bedwars or private scrims. With Lobby 1 ranked, you can improve your bridging by doing the number 1 bridging role. You can improve your PvP by fighting very decent players on Hypixel knockback, and you can improve your game sense in various situations such as clutching, holding pressure, getting rid of your opponent's pressure, breaking beds, detecting invis, and so much more. I would highly recommend for you to familiarize yourself with the Season 1 Ranked Bedwars rules and give Lobby 1 Ranked Bedwars a shot. It's a really fun pastime and is a great warm-up for just Bedwars games in general. Anyways guys, that was it. I hope you enjoyed the video and I really hope you found some tips useful. As usual, make sure to leave a like if you liked the video and subscribe to see more of my content. And leave a comment on what you would like to see next. Thank you and goodbye.